Today we're playing Smash or Pass. Would you smash or would you pass? Pretty simple. Let's find out.
Fix your motherfucking face, stupid.
Alright, so Call of Duty's trailer for Zombies just got released 2 days ago. I'm a little late to the party, but I am a huge fan of the zombie series. Not for the open world zombies, but for the round based zombies as of everyone else. I'm sure if you've tried zombies before, it was maybe the Infinity Wards, version where it was all open map and you had 3 levels. Then once you got inside the circle, it got harder. I hated it. It wasn't that fun. I mean, it was a great concept, but it was DMZ with just zombies, pretty much. Anywho, we're gonna go move to Black Ops kind of version of zombies. Now, I love this version because they had a bunch of different maps, and that all these maps had different stories, mainly leading up to the same thing, but it was still really, really cool. Prior to that, the only other zombies that I've played was Kino Dirtan on COD 4. I'm not gonna lie. That was my favorite one. That's the OG. That's the one that I'll stick with forever. And yes, that's the one that I like to judge all zombies off of. Because why wouldn't you? It had everything you wanted. It had Avenged Sevenfold Easter eggs. It had just crazy, crazy dynamics in the game for its time. And I think we can all agree. On a side note, too, if you've watched my first video a couple days ago, you know that I usually try not to watch any trailers or any videos and come up with a based opinion on my own. So, as normal, we're going to watch the videos together, we're going to judge, and then we're also going to give our opinion on the new one. Is it going to be a copy paste, you know, like the others? Are there going to be some different dynamics that we can do in the game? What kind of guns? What kind of pack of punches? And my favorite of all is, are we going to get any power ups for the game? Like Jug, Quick Revive, all the fun stuff. So let's get right to it. So, first up, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 official Terminus zombie gameplay reveal trailer. I have not seen this, but I have seen a clip of Tim the Tap Man for like a split second do it. But we're gonna watch that video too of him because I didn't want to see the reaction that he gave. But we're gonna give our own reaction here today. So let's watch it. I'll probably cut it up a little bit so that way we don't get any flags. Okay.
What are you standing around for?
First off, what kills me with all these things is that the graphics are getting better for the videos, but I want to see the graphics for in-game play. That's where it'll hit the most for me because as graphics get better in videos, game graphics have to get better, right? But not always.
Watch your back.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I am getting Black Ops vibes off of this, of course. What the fuck is that? Okay. Rob Zombie up in here. Alright. You got Rob Zombie in this bitch. This is it's tasteful, it gives you like an adrenaline rush when you hear kind of like older songs, but like I'm a metalhead, man. You put metal in any game and I'm like instantly locked and loaded, tunnel zoned in the game and ready to go. But right now we're looking at some dude about to put a syringe in his arm, maybe to give him like, I don't know, some kind of special thing like quick revive, I'm assuming, but we'll see.
You're done.
What the fuck is this? Is this a big giant titan? How do you put something in your arm and become this? What is this? Okay. He's just running. Oh, okay. You know what that kind of reminds me of? Like, I played Modern Warfare 3 Zombies on the open world. There was a big juggernaut that shot things out of his arm, and it kind of looks exactly the same as this. I don't know why I'm looking over there, but it kind of looks exactly the same as this. I'm not going to say it's a one for one, but I do kind of feel like they picked a little bit off of each, individual game and then just kind of put it in this. But we have that old school pack a punch in the back there. I do like the fact that they kept the same style ish. And I never liked flying enemies. Anything that flies is just really annoying. Um, I played Destiny a lot. There's a whole bunch of flying enemies. It's annoying, but hopefully they're not going to be too bad to kill. Okay. What the it's a neat concept, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it until I play it. Oh, what? What the fuck is that? So they did take bits and pieces from the old COD, like the giant worm, the worm that looked like a worm coming out of the water. You can't tell me it doesn't. Okay. I like the concept of the music. I do like the bits and pieces of pulling different games together and ideas to make their own. Um, but we'll see. So, like I said, we'll come up to our own conclusion towards the end. But now we're gonna go watch Tim the Tatman's video and see his big ol' reaction. Now, if you're wearing headphones or your volume's all the way up, I do recommend turning it down off of him because about 65% of the time, if you know Tim, he's screaming at the top of his lungs. And from the look of the caption up here, he has a exploding head, so things might get loud.
This looks like an AK?
I a part of this video, I'm more so shocked that he's fascinated about third person zombies rather than the fact that a syringe made this guy go full mechanic mode. So I don't know.
What? My mind I can't even comprehend what I'm looking at. This is sick.
It is looking sick, but I can't comprehend the fact of this.
Might just change the game forever. This is crazy.
All right. So we got our little gist of everything that I've wanted to show, like how things just go into new things. But I don't know, man. I got some speculations on it. I'm a big form of judgment with these games because they've all been pretty dookie since like Black Ops 2. In my opinion, I think Black Ops 2 was where things just kind of fell off. Black Ops 3 and 4 were just kind of copy and paste. Um, Infinity Ward made a Modern Warfare 2 version that wasn't Modern Warfare 2 and then came out with Modern Warfare 3 and then dropped Modern Warfare 2 maps. So like if you just give the people what they want in these games, we're going to be happy. And it's really not that hard to understand your community. I get you want to change things and make things different. we would be so happy with just the bare minimal in almost all Call of Duty games, as long as you keep the graphics up to date and give us the maps that we want. Keep the gun progression going the way that it should be, rather than having to do stupid levels and sectors. Sectors are so stupid. If a gun comes out, put it towards a certain level, or just give us certain, like, quests. I like to call them quests, but certain quests to do it. Like, get 50 headshots with the sniper to unlock the new sniper. Get 100 headshots with this gun to get this gun. I know towards the end of Modern Warfare's time, they started doing that in those games, but I don't like the fact that you have to like complete 5 of those things to get the gun, rather than one quest to get the item. So before we even end the video, I got one more topic I need to talk about for the Black Ops 6 movement that's coming in. I don't know why I said movement, but because I'm looking at the Omni movement in the game, and that's what we're going to talk about, is this new 360-degree movement that you can do. Is it gonna be a bust? I don't know. I feel like the game has already had really fast movement, especially if, you've been playing COD for a long time. You kind of know how to move in the game. As of like new players, you kind of got to get a feel for it, and it doesn't take that long. So we're going to move into this next video, and honestly, I'm not happy about it. But let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you are happy to see towards the new Black Ops 6 game when it comes out.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
So out of this all, the only thing I like is the prone 360-degree movement. Because, when in the old times, when you tried to like be prone and look around, your legs would fade into walls. And then obviously your position's compromised if you're behind a building, or even if your leg slides out of a bush because you're camping. I'm not a fan of either, but it's mainly what I think about for search and destroy.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why? And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on the ground.
You can't dive backwards. You can dive backwards, but you're gonna get a whole bunch of damage, which I don't like the diving backwards aspect. Diving forward, diving to the side is cool, but I don't think they should have made diving or sliding backwards. I think it's a big killer for the game, at least on my opinion.
Ground movement and everything else chaining together.
Boom, broken back. What is this? The top one is just stupid looking. So when it's on, you can do it 360. When it's off, that's more realistic. When it's off, I feel like it's a little bit more realistic because, when you go to dive, you can swing your legs out from behind you and turn your body. Now, you can do that with 360 when it's on, but if you're trying to go for realism, your aim should be messed up. Your gun should float up to the top, your head should get back, or some kind of damage should happen to you at some point, because it is kind of broken. It feels broken, it looks broken, it's probably broken.
it's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back. We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning.
So they're minimizing how many buttons you can push, but the dude didn't press one single button to jump, vault, or do anything. So you're taking away the skill aspect of the game and just putting in a more, what feels like a mobile version to where it does it all for you. Not cool, COD. Not cool.
Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it.
The how was the whole point of the game.
We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6. We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit.
I do like that. I like the fact that you have more hitboxes depending on where you hit them is depending on how the ragdoll will work. I think that's pretty cool. Headshots, you're breaking your neck, you're falling. Leg, your leg gets shot out, you go straight to your knees or fall off to the side. Shoulders, you're pushing back. That kind of stuff's pretty cool. I give them an A+ on that aspect.
So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Alright. I would mainly focus on your movements and personally hitboxes. Those were kind of like the big issues, but overall it's a pretty neat concept. I don't like the automatic jumping, crouching, and all that. I don't like the diving backwards and the sliding backwards, but I do like the dive and the slide going forward or to the side. So I like to pick and choose certain things about the game that I might find enjoyable or not. So that's it. We're wrapping it up. And if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It'll definitely help me out. Our goal is to hit 10. We're about 2. I think we're 2 people away from that goal, and then our next goal would be 15. So if you can help me out, I'd appreciate it. And also please leave a comment in the video, because I want to see what your excitement is over the game. I want to see what your opinions are for Omni movement, the sliding, and overall just the whole game. Are you excited for new weapons? Are you excited for old weapons? And how do you think player progression is going to go? Because we didn't even get a whole gist of what's coming. So
You got it.